Well, this little story might be of amusement or interest. A couple days ago, I was driving the lawnmower, the sit-on-top lawnmower, back over here to the she shed where it lives. And I was mowing down in this area behind here. And I commonly will come back up through this little alley here, which you can see is a little narrow, and but no problem, done it a dozen times. And there's a hose bib that was right here, and sure enough I came through here and snagged the hose and snapped that thing right off. And of course there was an ensuing geyser of water coming out of there. And had to quickly figure out how to turn that off, because it's not house water, it comes from the irrigation system. And I knew it came from up there in that array of control devices for the irrigation, but I didn't quite know how to stop it. They're pretty complicated, so I had to do what we have to do when things really go wrong, which is to run over to the well in the tank where all the valves are and turn the whole system off over there. I'm not going to go over there, I'll just do that later. So anyway, I got it turned off, called my landscape guy Rob to have him tell me what to do, and informed me that inside this little circular green box is the master valve that turns off all these others. Okay, and this station you see here, there's 5 or 6 of these throughout the entire property, and they're all wired. You can see they're all wired up to a computer box over there behind the garage, and they're all over this property. It's quite amazing. But anyway, inside this guy here is a little yellow lever, and you turn it and sure enough it turns off. So now we have to fix it. Well, here's this, and this actually feeds the line down there at the greenhouse. And the reason I know where the line is, you can't really see it now, but when the gravel's wet, or actually, let me see if you can see this. I think you can see it. The grass grows in a different pattern. It sort of like doesn't grow at all right where the line is. And you can see where the line is. There's also like a gas line over here that shows up. It goes off that way. So I just followed that little clue and dug a hole to intercept the line here, and sure enough there it was. And so yesterday I cut the lines, and I could oh well, I gotta backtrack. What I'm trying to do is, this was a very poor location, as you can understand. We use this mainly to water the milkweed here at the enclosure, and it's too far away anyway. So I thought, why not intercept the line right here and then just do a short underground and put the whole irrigation system right there. So that's what I'm doing right now. And so after you intercept the line, and they make these sleeves that adjust, because you can't really just put a T in there because those lines are immovable. So you have to do this little U-shaped thing, which I'll show you later when I get it done. And so that's going to go over here and feed this, and I'll just put a spigot here. It's a simple thing. And then we run the hose around this is the hose, and it goes to this guy here, and it goes to all the drip irrigation that runs all through all of this, and then goes up on into here. I might make this a little more formal rather than using a hose, but for now this is what we're going to do. Anyway, so that was my great adventure. Here's my pipe that I'm going to be laying down, and I'll segue another video on this once that's all done. Oh, and all the dirt's in these wagons here because I don't want to put it on the gravel. Keeps it a little cleaner. And the trench isn't very deep because we don't drive over this with the car. Out here we drive around quite a bit, but not right here. So anyway, that's today's adventure. All right, gotta go find my dogs. So I mentioned the valves at the tank, and this was where I ran to this tank to get the water turned off. Fell on the way, by the way, tripped over a root. Almost killed myself. Is this on wide angle? No, yeah, it kind of is. We don't need that. So this is where all the magic happens. That's the well. That goes down 200 or 300 feet. 5,000 gallon tank here. And then it comes out here. This is a pump. The pump feeds this tank, which has a rubber bladder in it, and that's where the house pressure comes from. And it just keeps that thing pumped up at a certain pressure. From there, feeds over to here, and this is the line that goes to the house and its valve. This is the line that goes to another set of irrigation valves here, and this goes to all the other ones around the property, which again there's 5 or 6 of them. And so these are the 2 valves. I don't know why there's 2. I turned them both off. Of course, it took the strength of 1,000 men to turn those things. They're just welded. I don't know how I did it. And this is where all the electrical comes in to run this. And then this is the new pump system for the secondary dwelling up here. And all the electricity comes in from way over there, about 300 feet away. Okay, that's that segment. Well, okay, here's the final product. Nowhere near as easy as it looks, especially since it's far down there. I have to kind of lay down to even do it. If you've ever seen a giraffe try to stand up, that's kind of what it looks like. It's not easy. So, and there it is, laid in the trench. And we're not going to fill this back in for a while. I'll turn the water on this afternoon after all of these joints are totally seized up. And then I'll leave the water on for quite a while just to make sure nothing springs a leak, because I don't want to bury it then find it. So here's where it goes. And goes up to the riser with the spigot, and on the right side, let me see, yeah, the right side is where the hose goes. On the left side is the connector adapter to the black irrigation pipeline, which is not completed. This is going to go around the base here. And hook up with this Rube Goldberg assembly. I'll probably redo all of this and make it a lot nicer. This is what irrigates the, I don't know if these are making it or not. They look pretty dead. I think these are gone. ones inside here are doing pretty good. So anyway, that's whatever happens. This is the system, and just worried about any joints blowing up on me. That's the main thing. You don't want to have to re-dig this thing up. So that's today's video.